Alright guys, any of you that's seen our Shawnee State Forest video, you know that we went out, we didn't take any electrolyte with us, and while we could have made the miles to finish it up, we were having issues with depletion, mostly my wife. Generally speaking, we can drink as much water as we want, especially in these hot summer times, but it really comes down to what our muscles can absorb. If we have the correct minerals, the correct vitamins, the correct salts, the correct sugars, you know, basically everything your body needs to synthesize that water and get it inside your muscles. You can hydrate all day long and all night long. It's a good thing, but it doesn't mean that your muscles are going to take it in. Once you're at a certain point, your body just cannot take anymore. So we actually have increased our eating on the trail, and that's helped. But we went back to our basics. I spend a lot of time working outside, so we already have a pretty good game plan for dealing with dehydration or depletion. And don't get the two confused, because dehydration is the lack of moisture in your body, whereas when we say depletion, I mean, you can define it a bunch of different ways, but for us it's basically when your body starts to break down because of the lack of everything. Water, vitamins, minerals. I mean, your body just won't take anymore. It kind of turns the switch off and says no, or it turns you way down to where you have no energy. So like I said, I'm used to working outside. We're used to dealing with things like this, and one of the big ways that we've started doing on trail now, which is kind of like an old staple since it came out years ago, is the Mio Sport with electrolytes. A lot of people call this blue drink. It's just kind of a nickname they have for it. And this is great out there because it mixes easy and has the basics. Now when I say the basics, I mean it helps with hydration. Not so much really with the vitamins and the minerals. I mean, that's kind of something that you really need to get from your food sources. And the problem with that is when we're out on trail, we don't eat a lot of vegetables, especially leafy greens, you know, things with iron, and you know, we're not taking bananas with us to eat potassium and stuff like that. So another thing we've done to up our game is we started dehydrating vegetables and taking them with us and mixing them in with whatever we're eating. It doesn't matter. Just rehydrating them, and if we got to eat them plain, we put seasoned salt on them, so they're good plain too. Just kind of something to keep moisture in our body and keep the basic vitamins and minerals we need. Now, while the Blue Mio is good, it doesn't stand a chance against this Ultima Replenisher. If you guys haven't heard of this stuff, you need to get some. Comes in a bunch of flavors, also comes in unflavored. I'd suggest the lemonade because it's kind of the most bearable. Now the thing you got to understand about this stuff, it doesn't mix very good. It really doesn't. And if you're in a hurry, you're going to be drinking like a half powdered mixed drink and just chugging it down, which works just fine. Now, if you go in to find this Ultima Replenisher, read the reviews. You'll see doctors jumping in and saying, I recommend this to patients that have had a long night of drinking and have a hangover. They actually have started joking around calling this the bachelor party remedy or the bachelorette party remedy, because if you're drinking, you take some of this before you go to bed, it's going to cut that heavy hangover down the next day. It really will. It's crazy how good it works. Not that I would know that from experience. But really, this stuff here, pre-hike, and then as soon as you get home after hike, and then maybe one more time before bed, just to help you recover, I'm telling you, you're going to wake up feeling like $1,000,000, and you're also going to start off your time on the trail feeling really good. I mean, we've been, you know, trying to balance this out to make sure what happened at Shawnee never happens again. Now, that was our own fault for not bringing or using these items before we left. We kind of were all about, oh, we're tough, it's not that hot out yet. You know, it really doesn't matter how hot it is. These should be a staple in your hiking system if you're going to do any real miles at all. It really should. I mean, the Blue Mio, the Ultima for pre. Now, if you want to take this on the trail, feel free. It's very powdery. It'll stick to your bottles. If you want to take maybe one of them little bottles, like the mini pop bottles, the plastic ones, just take an empty one and be able to mix this up in it and just throw it in your pack. It wouldn't weigh nothing empty. That would be great. That'd be fine. And we could just take this. This just is a lot easier. It makes us faster. That's the only reason. But to give you an idea, though, how little this takes, that's the scoop. Okay? That's like the size of my fingertip. One scoop is all you need. And I promise you, and you can sit down and read the whole thing. Doesn't have any carbs in it. Doesn't have any fillers in it. You know, you got magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, vitamin C. It's got sugars in it. Very low amount. Zinc, selenium, copper, magnesium, chromium, chloride or sodium chloride, sodium, and potassium. Now this has 250 milligrams of potassium. That should tell you right there. So this is all you need, honestly. Water in these two, add some vegetables, and you should never have to worry about dehydration or depletion on the trail. And this is just how we do it, and we'd love to hear what you do, because we're not saying this is the end all be all. We just know this is what works for us. I'm out here messing with firewood and doing stuff around the farm, or I'm out working construction or doing demolition. That stuff just soaks moisture out of you, and this is what I come home and take, because this is what works. And if you go read, generally in the world, we go read, and you got 3,000 on their Amazon ad reviews that are all positive of this and maybe 3 that are negative. That should tell you something. When a product gets that kind of review base, this isn't a big huge product that's sold everywhere. People order this stuff in large amounts. The company wouldn't be able to keep producing it in 4 different sizes and 10 flavors if it wasn't a massive seller. So I actually have seen bars stock this and make drinks with this when people are getting ready to leave. It's pretty amazing. That's kind of one of the ways I heard about it, was from a bartender friend of mine. I know that triathletes and like marathon runners, they really get into this. It kind of helps them recover. Not that anyone can recover from a marathon or triathlon very easily, but just wanted to bring it to the attention of you. Once again, it's Ultima Replenisher. I do the lemonade. And then the Mio Sport with electrolyte. As I said, I do the blue. It's usually hard to find any other flavors of this without ordering it. But you'll also hear other YouTubers call it blue drink. Basically the same thing. So, till next time, I'm Tony. Summer's here. Stay hydrated. Don't get depleted. Eat your vegetables before, after, and take care of your body. And I'll see you in the next one.